Hey guys, welcome back to another Flesh and Blood video. So today I was playing some Blitz Fai, and I really like Fai. It's a really solid deck in CC. The one thing that I'm not a big fan of about Fai is that its equipment all has Blade Break. Now, that's a ninja problem as a whole for the most part. You get a one-time block out of it. Honestly, some of your equipment is some of the one of the most interesting and pressuring parts of your deck. I played a few games before the video that you're about to watch here, and I was playing without Sync Below. It was a list I found on FabDB, and then I put Sync Belows in the list, and it was really helping smooth out my draws and really helping me block against the matchups that I played. So I think that's the way that if I was going to play Fi, I would have the Sync Belows in it. So I just really felt like it helped smooth out the gameplay as a whole. But thanks for stopping by, guys, and I hope you enjoy the video. Payday, Assassin Action. 0 cost if you've completed a contract this turn, create 4 silver tokens. So there's going to be contracts? The game continues to get more and more interesting. It makes me wonder if that was DM Armada's card, because he was supposed to have a spoiler today, I'm pretty sure. Huh, interesting. Alright, so playing against Oldham, this is why I brought the Crown of Providence in, so I'm going to see if that works or not. And then the Sync Belows, honestly, will help against Oldham too, so we might be on a better path than I thought. This does not seem like a bad starting hand. I'm pitching the Ronin Renegade because, like if second cycle I have a bunch of Lava Vein loyalties and I don't have my Snapdragon Scalers, then I have no way to give go again, which can be pretty awkward. Okay. So we're going to go Lava Vein loyalty. I mean, I'm going to pay the 2. Like, I don't get to... And they're going to Ice React me, so I can't Arsenal. Sorry, opponent. When you go to do that, I'm going to act... Well, I guess it doesn't matter, does it? Because I still have to put it there. Yeah. Either way. And then I can't pay because we only got 2 chain links. So, yeah, all right, we'll pass. Like, I don't know. Maybe I should have came in with the Emberblade there. I don't know. That just kind of felt like my, I don't want to say really good hand for my opponent, because they played what was on the table and it was just a blowout. This hand does not feel great. Spreading Flames, brand into Phoenix Flame. I'm going to throw a 2-block there. And a Frosty Hammer. We'll block for 4 to keep from getting the Frostbite. I'm going to play this just to get it out of my hand. I mean, I guess I could get Ice Reacted here and it could just be a blowout. And I don't have the Spreading Flames to Arsenal. Yep, that's exactly what's going to happen. Yeah, I'm not playing very well this game, and it's come back around 2 hands now, where I've had no Arsenal and my opponent's had a full grip. Jesus Christ, is this a fused Oakenol? Yeah, it is. Well, 2, 4, 5. 7 because I have nothing to block with. Let's block, take 7, go to 10. And I get to keep the Ronin Renegade here. Which, I mean, I guess I'm just going to Arsenal this. Like, Mode is buff power, which means they're going to Snapdragons this. Let's just block 3 and go to 6, because then I can block Mounting Anger and Shuko on the hammer here, which is more than likely what's coming in, or just... I mean, I guess at least it's a vanilla 7. Nothing is revealed, so... Ronin Renegade, Blade, Blaze Headlong. Like, I can try to make something happen here. Probably actually just going to keep the Blaze Headlong and Arsenal it here, because I would rather... I mean, I don't know. If they take the Blade here, I might just try to go for a breakpoint. Like, they can just throw 2 pieces of equipment at it. Like, I could try to pressure Mask here, but it just does not feel like the right play. Of course, it's 18-2. I don't really think anything's the right play here. It's 7. I mean, I have to play around the pummel here. I think I'll go ahead and keep my hand the way it is. Like, I'm definitely playing around the pummel here. Now, it feels like they have a blue pummel because they didn't play anything. Yeah, so let's start on Mounting Anger. They give me a Frostbite. I pay 1 for Blaze Headlong. I spend 1 to activate to get a Phoenix Flame, and then I'm going to Arsenal it. Oh, no, I did not want to skip my Arsenal. Thank you, game, for catching that, because that would have been bad. Would have been detrimental. Oh, is this, yeah, 10 Dominate? Yep, well, we'll go to Sink Below here. Put Plunder Run on the bottom. Take 6 and die. So game 1 I played against Oldham. I wish that I had something cool to say about why I'm consistently losing to Oldham in my Blitz games. I think I just need to sit down and beat my head against that wall until I can start to do well against Oldham with certain matchups, because I don't feel like I'm unfavored in the decks that I'm playing against Oldham. I just feel like I'm playing poorly. I'm not blocking enough, or I'm blocking too much in certain spots. I don't really know. But I just don't have the life total to play with like I do in CC, and I'm falling far behind pretty quick. And Oldham also takes a very different stance in this format. He's very aggressive, from what I can tell. So it makes it a little bit different gameplay for me, and it's making it tough for me to figure it out. So I think the best thing for me to do is to just sit down and beat my head against that wall until I figure it out. But some poor gameplay, and we lose game 1 to Oldham. I really like going second so that I can have the tempo of hitting first. Alright, let's see. We're playing against Ira, so, I mean, honestly, having an early defense reaction for the Zephyr Needle would be insane. Now, likely, no. cool? Yes. So I'm just going to take the one off the Kodachi here. I'm going to block for 3, cover up the needle completely. Ooh, they're playing Breaking Skills. I'll just go ahead and block 5 here. Like, if they want to play snaps or something here on this is fine. Jeez, what are these hands? So we go Rising Resentment into E-Strike for 7. I mean, it's a 10-point turn, and then I get to Arsenal the Plunder Run. I'm going to put the Phoenix Flame on the bottom. No, I'm not going to banish anything. There's no point. Put this on the bottom, and we'll pick Buff Power. So we'll come in for 7. See, this is the thing. Like, if my opponent wants to try and keep their hand, like, okay, and they have a Flick Flag. Okay, so, yeah, my opponent used 2 cards this turn, and I'm up 2 points, and I have a Plunder Run in Arsenal. Like, I feel like I'm in a really good spot here. This feels insanely good, honestly. I'm going to let the Kodachi hit. I'm probably just going to let the Zephyr Needle hit here and just try to... like, whatever they do here, just block this. And if it hits, it gains Go again. So it's for 5. So I could block Flamescale Furnace. So block Flamescale Furnace, Ancestral Empowerment. Well, does this thing have combo? No, it doesn't. So, I mean, if that's an Ancestral Empowerment, it's a blowout, but I kind of like having the Ancestral Empowerment to try and get through a card. I also just can't let this hit. I mean, the other option is to go Tiger Stripe Shuko and Yellow Brand. That just does not feel right at all. Like, I feel like this is a disciplined block that I don't really want to make, but it feels like a disciplined block. Yeah, I'm going to come in for 5. I think 5 and 3 is better than 6 and 2. 5 is a break point. Like it's break points regardless. All right, so there's their other red Flick Flag. And now this is for 2. On hit, draw a card. Like, all of my cards have on hit, draw a card, and I really like that because if my opponent wants to stop it, they're forced to block out here, or they are, or they're forced to give us a card if they want to try and have a turn. The Ira matchup feels really close. Doomsayer. I feel like I play against this person a lot. I always see their name pop up. All right, now 3. On hit, draw a card. Like, and again, if they want to give me another card, that's fine. They blocked with Breaking Scales on the first chain so that they could use their Flick Flag. Flick Flag is also not going to get any value here, so... I mean, yep. They managed to block it out. Good for them. Oh, this is so much value right here. Is defended by a card, so does that mean Sync Below doesn't work on this? Okay, no. So it does work. Okay, I was like, man, am I crazy? I was like, I feel like this should work this way. We'll pitch Rising Resentment because it's just it's technically just better than Ronin Renegade. Like, I virtually see them as the same card, but it is just technically better. So 3 go again. You know, honestly, part of me wonders if I should have Crown of Providence in for this matchup because I know that they're playing Command and Conquer. Now this is for 2, and then Phoenix Flame's going to be for 3. Normally, I would say like maybe we should consider arsenaling the Phoenix Flame here, but we're missing out on a Spreading Flames point, and I just don't think that's worth. Plus, arsenaling is kind of scary. Kodachi. Pitching a Flick Flack there. Interesting. Yeah, I'll take 1. Oh, okay. So push the point for 7 because of Ira's ability. Now this does not have go again. So play Plunder Run. And then play Enlightened Strike. No, that's just bad. That's just bad. So we... Man, there's not a good option here, is there? Play Enlightened Strike. Put Plunder Run on the bottom. Pick Go again. And then I get to pitch Art of War. Yeah. Inactivity. And then I get to pitch Art of War to play Flamecall Awakening to... I mean, if that's the case, then... So I should E-Strike, putting Art of War on the bottom for 5 go again, pitch Plunder Run to Flamecall Awakening, get a Phoenix Flame, and then arsenal my other Phoenix Flame, or maybe push Mask. But it requires my whole hand. But it is a good hand, though. Yeah, I'm just going to take 7 and go to 6 here. Like, this is... Like, taking 7 like this is, like, one of the things that scares me, honestly. So it doesn't really matter what I put on the bottom. In fact, it's probably better to put the Plunder Run on the bottom because it gives me... Yeah. Yep. Putting the Plunder Run on the bottom is technically better because I'm going to get to it faster, and I want to see it again. Like, Plunder Run is a really good card, and honestly one of those cards that I pretty much always try to set my turns up around if I can. Okay, so blue Flick Flag covers up 2, and then their next thing gets +2. And then I'm going to pitch this. Trigger the ability of Flame Call. Go get a Phoenix Flame. I mean, I could pitch the Phoenix Flame to Emberblade for an extra point here. And I don't know, that doesn't feel great though. So I'm going to come in for 1, and then I'm just going to arsenal my other one because I don't see a reason to... I don't see a reason to attack. Like, it's a Shuko point, but I think I'd rather have the arsenal. Drawing Sink Below here is really good. Alright, so even if they Razor this, I'm not going to die to it. I'd like to block with as little equipment as possible. And I'm actually going to block with Mask before Shuko here because it is more. So... And then I get to Sink Below. So I take 4. I can go to 1. It's a little scary, but We're still alive. Thankfully, we blew up the Zephyr early, or we'd be in a bad spot right here. All right, so we're gonna go Ronin Renegade. I think we're gonna win this turn. Well, we might not win, but we're gonna get their whole hand. I think. Emberblade for 3. So my logic behind blocking with Mask over Shuko there is that Shuko I know is an extra point this turn, and Mask is never gonna hit with the way the life total situation is. So. This comes in for 2. And so the best part here is that they can't, like they have to have a defense reaction here, and they still go to 1. And then the best they can do is get 2 cards from my hand. Which it appears they're going to. Well, actually I lied. No, we're just going to win here. So I'm going to block with the Ancestral Empowerment and the Tiger Strike, or then the Shuko here, because then I have Mounting Anger, Emberblade, Headlong, Phoenix Flame, which should be enough to win the game. Like, this is really good because it's like we have multiple Breakpoint cards right here. Red Flying Kick is a card that I'd honestly like to try and play. Ooh, Sigil is interesting. Choose a card to banish. We're going to come in for 3 here. This requires a block. We're going to come in for 5 here because of the Mounting Anger. Oh, they're just dead here. It doesn't even matter. All right, well, so playing against Ira, I found myself in a position where on the second to last turn of the game, I was able to strip every card out of their hand except for 1. They had a sink below to let them keep 1 card, and it happened to be a Breakpoint Snatch, which was really good for them. If they had not had Sink Below, I would have gotten their entire hand, so I was in a really good position. Ancestral Empowerment probably would have put me in a winning drive, like in the driver's seat on the spot. It was, enough pressure late in the game. And you hear me kind of talking about why I made the decision to block with Mask before Shuko. Mask was never going to hit with our life totals being that low. And Shuko was guaranteed an extra point off of the cards in my hand and arsenal, so it was just a better decision to keep that and get the extra value and then block with Shuko the following turn. Pretty good about it. Rematch. So we'll run it back. Hopefully we get to break the... Oh, he's running double Kodachis now. Interesting. Interesting. I wonder if he made that swap because he knows he's playing me. That's something to think about. So I'm going to play Rising Resentment here for 3. And then I'm going to E-Strike for 7. And then Arsenal Plunder Run. We put this on the bottom. And we buff the power. And we probably leak a little bit of damage here. I was like at least 1 more than likely because... Unless our opponent's hand is just terrible. Oh, this hand's awesome. I mean, I'm going to do everything I can to not block this sand. How do I make this work? So my initial reaction is that this hand was awesome. My opponent just passes after hitting me for 2. Weird. Trying to figure out the... Tired but okay, didn't sleep much? I'm sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I slept a little too much. I went to bed before 12 last night and slept till like 11:30, dude. It's like one of the first times I've slept in quite some time, so sorry to hear you didn't sleep well, though. So we Plunder Run. Brand with Cinderclaw. Honestly wondering if we just don't Plunder Run here. If we just brand. Okay, so Plunder Run is an auto +3, which is nice, and potential 6. I hate to not use the Plunder Run here when I have it, because I'm in a spot where I have my entire hand. And that's not something that'll come up very often. So we're going to come in for 5 with the brand here. Yellow brand for 5. Then we're going to go red brand for 5. Then I'm going to go pitch Phoenix Flame to have Flamecall Awakening. And then I'm going to try, and then I'm going to do the other Phoenix Flame. And that'll be red Flick Flack. Okay. Alright, so that was for 5. So I want them to get as little value as possible out of their Flick Flack. And I could just come in for 1. Pitch the Flamecall Awakening to get my other Phoenix Flame. I don't know, that gives them more equipment blocking options, and I really don't want that. Yeah, there's nothing to search for here. Alright, so they have another Flick Flag. Okay. I mean, they're either going to give us a card here. Is that both red Flick Flags? So be it. Like, if they want to give us both their red... Like, if I'm getting both the red Flick Flags this turn, fine with me. They're either going to have one card here, I was like, or they're going to give us a Plunder Run hit. Like, either way. So, I like arsenaling the Spreading Flames here. Like, again, we're starting off with a must block pretty early on in the combat chain. It's block or give me 1 for 5. You know what Ira does? Does Ira just try to, like, turtle up? We'll come in for 3 here with the Emberblade. They play another Flick Flack. They've drawn all their defensive cards very early on in the game. And then... It's like, I don't think I played anything that triggers Shuko, but I can't remember, honestly. And then I'm just going to arsenal this and pass. I like having the Spreading Flames there. Let's see. Red, red, yellow, yellow, blue. Red, yellow, blue. Yeah, so there's a blue Flick Flack left in the deck, and that's it. So we get to start with Spreading Flames here. It's pretty solid. I'm going to play it regardless. Like, they might be playing Sink Belows and stuff, but I want the extra card here. We come in for 3. So ironically, I just made a mistake. Like... So I should have played Inflame. I play Inflame, return my Phoenix Flame, and then I get to Emberblade for an extra point here. Yeah. Yep, so this Phoenix Flame's for 3 because of Shuko, which is pretty nice. And then I get to have Lava Burst for 6. So the Emberblade would have been for 4, so our opponent could not have blocked it cleanly like they did. Yeah. That was just like, I didn't take enough time to think, and I made a very poor sequencing decision there. All right, Ronin Renegade for 3. I'm dropping cards. Just soul reaping, not the end of the world. Let's go Emberblade. I like the Emberblade on the second chain link. And then we'll go Fai, Phoenix Flame, and then Lava Vein Loyalty. So I kind of like the idea of having double Sync Below here. If you want the truth, like the thought of having 2 Sync Belows in my hand, like 1 in Arsenal and 1 in hand, actually, like when we're up this much, makes me feel pretty good about my line of play. Because it basically lets me know that, like, because this 3-card hand is good. So my 2 sync, like me having 3 cards that are good. Why? Interesting. I'm not gonna sync anything because I get to Inflame, I get to Emberblade, I get to Phoenix Flame, and then Lava Burst. Yeah, I mean, I'll take 3 here. Like, that's fine. Actually, Mask is just, like, they're never going to let Mask hit. My opponent is never going to let Mask hit. They're at 5. Like, there is no reason for them to ever give up a Mask hit. So I'm just going to go ahead and block with the Mask. I almost made another mistake right there because we have a hand where Shuko is guaranteed an extra point. I'm playing very loosely today. I'm not really sure why. Like, I can just tell that I'm not playing very well today, and I'm curious to know why that is. So this is for 5, so they can throw a 3-block at it and go to 1 if they want to, or they can throw Mask and another card and still keep 2 cards. Like, this game has been me pushing tempo the entire game, and they're just not really having a chance to like push back. Like they're pushing back a little bit at a time, but so they gave me Mask and another card and still took 1. Like that's a complete win for me. This hand's really good because I'm going to take the Kodachi. The fact that they get the Kodachi for 2 on the second chain link is really good. Well, I'm just going to take 4 here. I mean, I probably should have honestly just... Okay. I mean, I probably should have just taken 6 there instead of blocking. We're going to Spreading Flames for 3. Going to Emberblade for 3. I'm going to Brand for 3, and then I'm going to Phoenix Flame for 2. So the best part is that all of these cards are forcing cards from my opponent's hand because they are all they're all lethal. Like even my last card. If Life for Life hits, gain 1. When you play Life for Life, if you have less life than an opposing hero, it has Go Again. Interesting. It's kind of like Scar for a Scar with upside, I guess. Except it also costs 1. Yeah, I'm just going to Arsenal my Art of War here. So I'm going to start by playing Art of War by pitching my Plunder Run, and I'm going to buff and banish here. And I'm actually just going to banish my Mounting Anger, because while it is a very good card, While Mounting Anger is a very good card, it's also the most resource taxing here. I'm just going to go ahead and play it. We're going to get through a point. Wow. This hand's insane. Like, this hand is actually crazy. I moderately feel bad for my opponent, if you want the truth, of looking at this hand. So this is for 5, and it just kills my opponent. Like, and then I had 5 more. So game 3, we get a rematch here against Ira. You know, I got up pretty early. It was like 17-7 at one point during the game, and then the rest of the game, I just kind of milked my advantage and continued to push through damage where I could and draw cards out of my opponent's hand, because while my opponent was able to tick me down to 5, I still ended up winning the game. So all I had to do was play strategically and wait for the right moment. The Art of War turn there. Oh, excuse me. The Art of War turn was really good there at the end of the game, and it was, I don't know, like it was super lethal, because we still had another Blaze Headlong coming in for 5, so we were like uberly winning that game. Overall, Fai feels pretty strong. The Plunder Run is really good in Fai because there's so many different avenues that you attack on. Now, I'm not saying that Plunder Run is OP, but it does get quite a bit of cards out of your opponent's hand, and I really like that. I think if you were, looking to take down a tournament and Blitz, Fai is a perfectly good option. I do think that the Sink Belows are needed for when you play the aggro matchups, because you want to keep as many cards in your hand as possible. And Sink Below lets you block for more with less cards, and it also gives you the option to filter. All right, well, this was Blitz Fai. If you guys have any questions or comments or things you'd like to see differently done to the list, let me know in the comments below, and I'd be happy to take a look at them. But thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you next time, guys. Take it easy.